What's up, y'all? Welcome to the first episode of TEYZWRLD. And I'm your girl, the host, the one and only, Matea, and y'all can call me Tay. First episode, we gonna do on the topic of fear. I know. It's a little bold to do for my first episode, but when I was thinking of topics, I'm like, it's only right that we get this out the way because really and truthfully, first of all, I told myself if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna keep it raw, real, true to me. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, the main reason why I haven't started a channel, because I've been wanting to do one for so long, like embarrassingly long, okay? And the real reason why I haven't done it is fear. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get this out the way and talk about it, okay? So today, we're gonna talk about fear. So, first of all, what is fear? Okay, we need to get into what we're actually talking about and get a good understanding of it. So, Webster's Dictionary's version: fear is an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by the anticipation or awareness of danger. Interesting. When we get into the etymology of the word, okay, let's get a little deeper into it, okay? We got the definition. Let's get into really the root of it. So it's from the Old English fair, F-A-E-R, meaning calamity, sudden danger, peril, sudden attack. Okay. From Proto-Germanic, did I say that right? From the Proto-Germanic faras, meaning danger. I don't know if I got the full etymology of the word. I'm still like getting into the etymology of words, and honestly, it's a really interesting subject. But now we kind of have a little idea of what we're talking about, okay? So we have our own idea and understanding of what fear means, but those are like the definition and root where it came from, okay? So fear, right? Fear holds us back from so many things, right? We got to get to the root of what the fear is specifically, okay? So let's use me starting this channel as an example, right? Like for real, it's not even funny, y'all. Like, I have wanted to start a channel for so long, and I just never pulled the trigger, right? So when I look into what the fear is, it's not the fear of clicking the submit button and actually uploading the video, right? It's what happens after the video is uploaded. You know what I'm saying? It's allowing people to be seen, okay? You're allowing people to see you really in a more vulnerable way. Because YouTube with the long form, it's a little more intimate. You know, you're talking to the camera. Someone who's private like me, I'm not gonna hold you, that make me uncomfortable, okay? There are times that really make me uncomfortable. When it's just me, I can yap all day long, okay? But when it's like the idea of it's gonna be shown to an audience, somebody can see it, somebody can rewatch it, play it back, critique it, judge me, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely makes me uncomfortable. So I had to be real with myself on what my real fear was. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to use fear as just a blanket statement. But when we get down to the root of it, What is it that is standing in your way, okay, from what you're trying to do and where you at right now, okay? So we can use, content creation. That's a huge thing right now. As a good example, everybody got a phone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a front camera. Everybody got a back camera. So you already got a camera right there. All it takes, you either need a light, and really that's extra. That's just to get a better quality. And a tripod. That's all you need to start up, right? Take, for instance, the gym. Okay, you trying to get active. You've never been before. Maybe you need a personal trainer. Okay, first you need some shoes. Okay, let's get started with the basics. You need some shoes. You need your workout set. You know what I'm saying? It could be sweats. It could be a little legging, matching combo. It could be mismatching. It don't matter. It could be old. It could be new. Whatever you can do at the moment, okay? But you got to use what you got, what you have right now. If you have the things, then there you go. That's not standing in your way, okay? So you got to get a little deeper to what the real root of the issue is. Maybe it's that you have no idea what the hell you're doing in the gym. So you're a little nervous to just walk in there and just start trying shit. Okay, now we're getting a little somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can use it for any example, okay? Think about your specific life, okay? What is it that you are trying to accomplish? Is it getting more active? Are you trying to start a YouTube along with me? Okay, let's go. Are you trying to pick up an instrument? Learn a new language? You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that you could want to do. And it doesn't have to just be one thing or whatever's trending. Like, don't listen to everybody else telling you what you should do or what's the big, most important thing to do right now. Listen to you, okay? Let you be your own guide. The more that you are able to tap in with yourself, the more you are able to have these deeper conversations, whether it's about fear or anything else, that you can get more in touch with what's really going on. Because if you think about it, all our emotions, fear being a main one, since that's our topic, right, is a roadmap. It's not the actual, we're not afraid of fear. We have a fear of something. And by not dealing with it, by not handling it straight on, that's what actually gives it the power. Okay? You get what I'm saying? So, now that we know what fear is, we know lots of different situations that it could hold us back. Okay, take your own life, for example. Take my life, okay? Take anybody's life. But specifically, look at yourself and see what areas you are really fear is holding you back. Where is fear holding you back in your life? Okay? So, it don't stop there, right? What do we do with it? If we're not going around the fear, how do we deal with it? Actually deal with it. How do we conquer it? The way to conquer fear, the only way, is to run straight toward that motherfucker. Okay? Head on. Okay? Sometimes you got to have some hard conversations with yourself. Okay? Yeah. For real. Let's be so for real. If you're not having hard conversations with yourself, you're not actually growing. Okay? So if you think you've been growing, but you ain't had no hard conversations with yourself, you might not be growing like you think you are, okay? It's looking at both sides of yourself, the shadow side and the side that is easily visible. Okay? So moving along. How do we conquer this? We head straight towards it. Okay? So how do we do that? What does it look like? First of all, 3 things, okay? 3 things. 1, identify the fear, okay? Go deeper with it. What is it that actually got you tripping? Okay, what is it that's actually holding you back? And be able to differentiate the two. What is a reason and what is an excuse? Okay? Because like I used in the previous examples, if you got, let's use content creation, okay? If you got a tripod, an iPhone, and a light, let's say you don't even have those 2, you just have, or those 3, you just have 2. You got the phone and you got the tripod, okay? Then there's nothing actually holding you back from getting to it, okay? So you gotta go a little deeper, okay? Because it's easy not only to use fear as just a blanket, but to also use excuses as reasons. My bad, y'all. I had an alarm go off, so stick with me now. So once we identify the actual fear, and then we can differentiate between what's our reasons and what's just excuses, okay? Call them what they are. Then we move on to number 2, okay? Number 2 is going to be take action immediately, all right? Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Don't find a reason not to, which is really just an excuse because we just found that out, right? Don't find any reason to not take action. But here's the deal with that. It don't gotta be big action, y'all. This one took me way too long, okay? I am someone who is go big or go home. And in a lot of ways, that works out well for me. And in some ways that it don't, okay? And that's one of them ways. Small steps. Think about a staircase. You're not hopping up 5 steps. You're gonna fall, okay? Take it 1 step at a time. Small steps consistently are more effective and more sustainable than trying to take a big step here and then randomly over there when you got it in you or when you feel ready. The concept of feeling ready is never going to happen beforehand, okay? That is, 1, a state of mind, and 2, is reinforced by action, okay? Okay. So number 3, it consistent, okay? Keep it consistent, okay? Once you take action, it's like I said with the stairs. Take it consistently. Don't take it once and then stop and then find a reason to hold off and wait for it to be perfect and wait for it to be the right time and blah, blah, blah. No. That is also a myth. The right time is now. Always. In this present moment, that's all we have. There's no past. There's no future. Okay? There is this present moment, and that's all that matters. Okay? That is the right time. But I would say this is kind of a like 3-part part 2, okay? Give yourself grace while you going through the process, okay? First of all, don't give up. But that's inevitable, baby. We don't give up around here. One thing you will learn about me, I might fall 500 times, but I will never, ever give up. Okay? Okay? If I said I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be done. It's already done. So, keep it consistent. Once you take your action, once you identify where the fear really is, don't let it hold you back no more. Okay? There's never going to be a time where you're like, oh, the fear suddenly doesn't exist. The fear goes away by taking action regularly. Then not only do you get comfortable with the action, but you actually get better at the action too, which makes you more confident in the action. You see how that works? All right, y'all. So, with that, I want to leave y'all with just some words of encouragement, okay? First of all, know that you are never alone. I know that sounds cliche, but for real, I think sometimes we think that, like, having a fear, it isolates us, you know? It makes us feel like we're the only ones in the world that feel like that. And I've had to remind myself, like, that's just simply not true. So if you feel like you're out here dealing with whatever you got going on, whatever fears have been holding you back, wherever you are unsatisfied in life, you are not alone, okay? But the best time to start making a change is right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Take your action and start walking it. It's like Rocky said, okay? This is one of my favorite quotes. One step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time. Because it's really that simple. And a lot of times we overcomplicate our own shit. Trust me, it can hold you back in so many ways. And then you can be very critical and very hard on yourself for not even taking the action. You know what I'm saying? It's like a spiral effect where you, like, held back by the fear, and then you mad at yourself for being held back by the fear. You know what I'm saying? Today is the day that we break out of this cycle. Okay? We got this. Alright? And I hope y'all will like, comment, and subscribe. That's what the girls be saying here on YouTube, right? I've waited a long time to say that, you can tell. But for real, stay tuned. There's more coming here in TEYZWRLD.